Hello, everyone. I am your favorite Auntie Lynn. This is Straight No Chaser, the podcast where we give it to you straight, no chaser. Hopefully, you'll come in, sit down, learn you something, go share with somebody else, share this video, like this video, and subscribe to our channel. Make a comment so that we know that you are here. I am one of the hosts. The other two hosts are the lovely Miss Leslie Montgomery, who is an author of, I'm going to claim, several books coming up. She has one in print, and
Hmm.
which is A Million Brown Girls, a beautiful tribute to her journey and also encouragement for not just young girls, but everybody. Everybody really could learn something from her book. And then we have the famous, lovely Miss Helen J. Collier, Auntie Helen, lovingly so called, who has 9, 10, 15 titles. She's world renowned. She is definitely Straight No Chaser, and we are Straight No Chaser podcast. But today we're going to talk about the importance of taking care of ourselves and not leaving ourselves so broken that others will have to do everything for us or take care of us. I am a caretaker for several people right now, and some can do things on their own and some cannot. And I'm trying to encourage them to do more. But with that being said, I'm trying to make healthier, smarter choices so that I won't be so broken that I can't participate in and have agency in my own health care. But statistically, in the Black community, there are a lot of things that we don't do as far as eating right or putting things in our bodies that don't help aid in our health care. And so uh, typically we seem to get broken down faster than a lot of others. And we want to talk about it tonight. So, with that, I'm going to open the floor up to Miss Leslie or Miss Helen, whoever wants to come first. And let's just talk about healthcare and the importance of taking good care of ourselves.
Well, first of all, I would like to say I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Miss Lynn Reese, but you didn't actually tell the people who you are. You told them about,
I said,
Thank
I'm your
you.
favorite Auntie Lynn.
no,
Oh,
I
that
didn't.
is insufficient.
that's right.
Okay, well, I am Lynn Reese. I am author. Um, I am the founder of the Black Authors Appreciation. We're coming up on our fourth year this year. I work with 13 to 15 different authors and some vendors. And we just try to bring authors in so that people can get to know them. They can introduce or reintroduce themselves to the public. I am the founder and formulator of Northern Comforts, body comforts business. I'm a mother, grandmother, and I am also straight no chaser. Was that
Hey.
sufficient? And I
Yes.
don't know why this view won't change, but I'll fix it.
A great producer of healing products for sure.
Yeah.
I got to put that in there.
Hmm.
So you guys, I'm gonna keep talking, and I'm just gonna try to change the view because for some reason it's not letting me go to the view. So we'll figure it out.
Well, I'll begin with why I think it's important to, take care of ourselves, our bodies, and not really just our bodies, but our minds, right? Because they're all connected, and mental health, physical health is all important, spiritual health. Um, I know that growing up, I was always active in sports and it was easy back then. But as we get older, you know, you find yourself being challenged a little bit more when it comes to being physically active. And so as women, especially at my age right now, going through early menopause, you find your energy level has, declined. It's not what it used to be. Even though in your mind you might be thinking, "Oh, I'm getting ready to hit this gym today after work." After work is done, you might feel like I just can't do it. But I would like to um like talk about showing up basically for ourselves. And you may not do all of what you thought you could do, but just doing something is better than nothing, and every little bit counts. I started working out and being real religious in a way with my workouts when I was incarcerated, because I knew first and foremost, with the amount of time that I had to serve, I was going to not be 26, when it was all said and done. I would be 52 years old. And I thought about my children, I thought about my grandchildren that came along after many years of my incarceration. And I knew that I wanted to walk out of that place the way I walked in. I didn't, I had unfortunately seen a lot of people get sick and a lot of people pass away. Women younger than me, women my age, but I think we have a responsibility to ourselves to really like show up for ourselves. And so one other thing I think that we don't realize is we're stronger than what we really think. Our bodies are capable of doing things that we really just we don't realize it. I was a part of a run club where we would get out early in the morning and run 3Ks, 5Ks. I would go and work out in the gym twice a day, really just getting it in. And I always thought about what it was going to do or how it would add to my life. And so even today, I may not get to the gym 5 days a week after a long, grueling day at work, but I get there. And when I get there, I show up for myself. And I think it's super, super important because I want to live a long life. And I don't care if I'm 90 years old, as long as I can move around on my own, I can see, I'm in my right mind. I know who I'm dealing with in terms of grandchildren, great grandchildren, God willing. Like that's what's important. And that's why I believe that we need to start having this conversation and encouraging our siblings, our friends, our children, our children's children to take care of themselves, to get active, start moving, because it is truly a burden when you get older and you can't do things for yourself
Right.
that
Yeah.
if you think about it and look back in hindsight and you say, wow, if I took better care of myself for the last 20, 30 years, maybe I wouldn't have to be leaning so hard on my loved ones to do the things for me today that, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah, I
kind of
know
selfish.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I know for 3 years straight, I was
Mm.
doing yoga, and sometimes I would do 2 days. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I would do 3 days, and it was just I felt better in my body. And at first, I kind of felt funny because I'm the only one in the house that's doing this, and you know what I mean. You just feel odd, and you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
then you start going, and your body becomes used to the workout. It's almost like it's
Mm-hmm.
addicting to your body.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I was drinking more water, I was eating better consciously because I was around people who were like-minded, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing I liked about yoga, and I know there's a big old thing in the Christian community about yoga, but I'm telling you, what I liked about it is that it was me against me.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't in competition with anybody, except there was this older lady. She was 82. And I tell you, every time I was in the class with her, I like pushed myself because she would be getting it in, right?
Okay.
One day she came and she had this boot. on her leg. I'm like, man, I almost passed out trying to keep
Yeah.
this lady because I was like, I'm not gonna let this lady. She's 82 and she be getting it. Show me up and she got a boot on her leg.
Mm,
Come on. But yeah, you become once you start doing it, your
mm-hmm.
body gets used to it and you become a little more addicted and it's like, okay, I can do more. And we used to have one instructor there, she used to say, don't let your weak mind tell your strong body what it can do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I recently started putting yoga videos on my TV through YouTube, and I'm like, I could have been doing this, instead of just going and working out in the little gym, but you can do more. There's always something more we could do. And yeah, move my table to the side, put my mat on the floor, and put a video on and really get into it. And I know what you mean when you say you at home by yourself, you feeling crazy or weird. Because the lady was like doing a little pose. She was like, and if you feeling a little, whatever, you can do a little extra, so
Yeah.
but it's good for us to take care of our bodies in that way.
Yeah. Miss Helen, sorry. We just been talking.
Oh, no, 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 no. I am absorbing your information. So when my time comes, I will be on time. I'm listening to you young ladies, and it really is inspiring to me also. So continue.
I was trying to find the name of the lady, because let's say I also started out at home before I started
Hmm.
going to the studio to do it.
Mm,
And but I'm trying to find her name. Last name is Michaels.
mm,
Um,
Mm.
but she has a lot of workout videos and stuff. And I started out with her videos at home. So that was
hmm.
another reason why I felt kind of because it would be like after I closed childcare, then I
Mm,
would, set my stuff up, have my little mat. And I was thinking,
mm,
funny story. So I had this mat at home, right? It was
mm,
dang, I almost said her name. But anyway, she had these mats or whatever. So
mm,
I bought one of those mats, but it was like loud, like a crinkly, crunchy mat.
mm.
Right? So the first time I went to the yoga class, I bring my little mat and the instructor, she was like, I'm gonna let you use one of these mats.
Uh-uh.
Oh my gosh. Because that mat was all you step on it and it wasn't like the flat, like
Right.
silicone
Uh,
kind of or whatever rubber mats that we have. Now I got a Manduka, so I'm good.
Oh,
But
okay. And Duca.
those mats are
well,
good.
as a working for in law enforcement with incarcerated youth, as a detention officer, I was up and down hills running.
Mm.
When I'm not working, if I was at work, I would be doing exercise there. You had to because those children were they would challenge your ability to handle them. And if you could not handle them, they would let everybody know. Still soon got beat up. I
Mm-mm.
can't. So so you really, really had to mentally as well as physically. Not all the time that you use physical force, but you have to be prepared to use it. And you can use anything like mace or anything like that on those young children.
Mm.
And I always like to use I think of I'll think them. And so I'll, but one thing I would like to share with you, ladies, no matter what, the stress of life can come onto you in a way that you at least expect.
Mm.
If you are married women, I'm going to say this to married women, or you have brothers, cousins, or male, most women will at least look yearly, take care of their health, go to the doctor, have their yearly checkup, even for breast control or anything like that. But males, very seldom,
Mm-hmm.
many, they believe that they're if they're not sick or don't sick, even if they have sick, they may be apprehensive about going to the doctor. But if you have to tell your mate, If you don't go have a checkup, you get out of here.
Okay.
Because once out of here, you may be saving their life. Because
Yeah.
a lot of times, things that they overlook or they're just doing inside of them, and they have no idea.
Mm,
And we as women, while we're taking care of ourselves, if you have a mate and something happened to him, that's on you also. And that
mm,
stress and that um that having that happen in such a way that you feel helpless. And if you insist on that as females, tell your mate if he doesn't get those yearly checkups or whatever he needs, he got to go.
mm.
He may, if hopefully he loves you enough to say, well, I'm going to just do this to satisfy her. And
Yeah,
he will
because
see. And if
that's
it's
true. Because
nothing,
with my husband, when that he was going to the same doctor for over. Let me see, our middle daughter, she's 32 now,
mhm,
so he was going to that doctor for a good 30 years.
Wow.
And it wasn't until we moved out here and I started going to a new doctor and I was telling him, you should, go over here because he really ain't doing nothing. Like your diabetes is still out of control and all this kind of stuff.
mhm,
And he gets over here to this new doctor and he's a numbers guy, the doctor. So he started checking this. He's like, nope, these numbers don't look right. I want this test, that test, da 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 da. He really saved Daryl's life.
Wow.
But he
thank
at
you.
first he was like, no, I've been going, but that other doctor had been an enabler, right?
Mm,
So the whole time he's, here, take a pill for this or take a this. And I'm like, your cabinet at 50 years old look like somebody's older granddaddy. You
mm.
know what I
Mhm,
mean? Medicine
mhm,
cabinet or something like that. But yeah, it took some encouraging for him to go and he's like, oh, I'm so glad. And right after that, what did we find? Heart problems, this and that. And
yeah.
now being at this doctor, he doesn't have diabetes anymore. You know what I mean? It's just
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
he ended up having that heart surgery and you know, so it can make a difference too in the doctors that you choose.
Um, I this makes me think of so when I first, got arrested, it was 99. I was pregnant with my last child after I had him. And after sitting in county for 2 years, almost 20 months total, I gained like about 100 pounds or something. So when I got to the prison, I was 310 pounds. I never, you know me, Vernon, we're cousins. Like I've never been big in my life. I'm very small bones, you know what I mean? Um, and I brought diabetes on myself. And so I had started seeing the nurses about it, and they told me if I was to lose the weight because I had brought it on myself, it wasn't something that I had or inherited, that it would go away. So in not a matter of 9 months, I lost 110 pounds and went back down to my regular weight,
Mhm.
close to what I should have been. And I was taking metformin for it and everything, and I haven't taken that medicine since. It went away. I never had any problems. I don't take any medication, period. And that's one thing I attribute to first and foremost God, and second for me putting myself first and showing up for myself because I got into this. I want to eat more healthier. Um, Even though the quality of things are not as good as being out here, but I chose to start eating just fish and chicken and turkey, like nuts and salad and just different things like that, which growing up, we grew up off the land anyway. Mom always had a garden, and my mom kept a garden, and we were the kind of kids that ate out the garden, so I love vegetables. But yeah, that was a real thing. And so moving forward in life, that's the like the same track I want to stay on. I really try to just eat healthier things and I try to stay active. And I think that that has a lot to do with the fact that I'm not like, I don't take medication for anything. I have a good, no high blood pressure, never have had it, nothing. Just, I'm a little pudgy right now, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it though. I know what to do, but yeah, I'm working on it though. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because it could have been, it could be a lot worse. I've seen a lot of people's health like go downhill. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
You have to realize what stress feels like.
yeah.
If stress becomes normal for you,
Mm.
then you don't even know that you are in stress. You just feel that that's okay. But
Wow.
if you take
Good
time
point,
to
Miss Helen.
figure out,
Good
excuse
point.
me,
I said good point.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, if you don't know what it feel like, when you become comfortable with chaos, chaos
Mm.
is normal. When you start realizing what living unstressful or paying attention to those things that evoke emotions in you that make you uncomfortable. That's what I say. If you it's like you're going about your business and something always comes up that raises your blood pressure or get you excited. Your temperament is let us elevated.
Mm.
You have to stop and think, is this the way I want to live?
Mm.
This is what my normal for me. And it is if it is normal, is it the normal that I really want in my life?
Mm.
So when I'm writing my characters and they get that high, there's something coming. So
Mm.
I advise all of us that find a place where there's where you feel good, where you can do the things that you need to do, and without so much stress about
Mm.
someone bringing things into your life that you don't need, that you already handling something and then they bringing something else in your life that you don't need, and you have to say, wait a minute. You got your family, you got your children that you're thinking about, you got the daily lives that things that you're doing that you're trying to keep focus on, and here comes somebody with
Mm.
something that that makes it impossible for you to go about about your daily life without feeling that there's something that's happening to you that makes you feel ill, that don't give you that feeling that I'm that gives you feeling I'm just surviving. I'm not
Mm.
living. I am not up to my capacity that I where I want to be. So you
Mm.
still have to cut some things out of your life that's not good, and include people.
Yeah. No.
People
Yeah.
people stress you out so much.
Yeah.
You be like, look, I'm not gonna be, and but it's real. Like
Yeah.
Bishop Drayton used to talk about um dis-ease, right?
Mm.
And he was
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
it's like it's just something that's not right in your body and it's not natural. So you're supposed to have ease and something causes you dis-ease, you know. I miss
Yes,
him so much.
I heard that put that way before. I can't remember who talked about it that way, like disease and at dis-ease.
Mhm.
So that's a good point too. And I remember my dad used to tell me, stress will kill you. You gotta
Mhm.
be careful. And like Miss Helen said, if you don't know what it feels like, when it's coming on, or you feel it so much that it's a new normal for you, like
Yeah.
yeah,
check
that's
yourself.
that's dangerous.
Yeah,
It's so dangerous because you don't, it's like,
realize
this is just what I'm doing every
Right.
day. And if it becomes a point where if you're not just going or doing for everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
that you feel like something's off or something's wrong because you've been saying yes to everybody else,
Mm.
not paying attention to yourself, that it just feels funny to just focus on self. You
Yeah.
know?
it. Selfish. No, you're not selfish.
This I want
Yourself
to
think.
this daily affirmation that somebody sent to me today. It says, I love who I am. I appreciate my body, my mind, and my personality. I am unique and deserving of self-love. I am
Mm,
grateful for my body that I'm in and the life I have. I love the people around me. Love fills every part of my life.
mm,
I don't know where that came from or who made that affirmation, but somebody sent that to me today.
mhm.
And I was like, it's kind of fitting for us talking about our bodies and getting healthy and, just taking more agency in our own
Yeah.
health. Um,
Mhm.
and Miss Helen, I really like the idea that you were talking about, like the mental health,
Yeah.
because Ooh, sometimes, but also physical health comes
Mm,
from your mentality too, because
mm,
you gotta want it. You gotta know that, I'm doing something for me physically, but it's a mindset. Like once you get over that hurdle and you start, you know, leaning in,
yeah.
yeah, the possibilities are endless. And it
Well,
doesn't
my
matter. I think it's just you gotta just do something every day.
Right.
my thing is, if this your stress gets to a certain level, your ability to physically take care of yourself becomes problematic, because you're so mentally entwined with that problem that you cannot fix, or you feel that you have to, or things that there's sometimes when you feel that if you're going to the store, if you're going to you feel that's exercise, you feel that's, but that's the difference. When you're physically taking care of yourself, you're focused on you,
Mhm.
period.
Yeah.
And you say, I got to do this for me, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever I do for someone else, or whatever I have to do, that takes taking care of me is my priority. I
Mm,
cannot take care of anyone else if I'm mentally unfocused and I'm just doing things because I feel that that's what I should do. And
mm,
so many women, especially women, feel, oh, I gotta take this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this for the kids, I gotta do that for the lady next door. I got yes, but please put on that helmet for your first, and
yeah.
then you will be able to do some of the things. And don't feel bad for saying no, I can't. It's okay to say I can't do it this time.
Mm,
I would actually, but I got to do this, and it's usually it's something that you needed to have done for yourself.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then say it, in some others, and sometimes you can, but know that you are not overextending yourself to the point where if you get unable to do it, there's no one there for you.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay, y'all, I'm gonna stop with
I'm
these.
hoping that
Okay, this gonna be the last one for a while.
Really?
Yes, because I was doing like every day. First, when my son started doing the uh and his baby's mom, they used to, or daughter's mom, they used to drink Red Bulls all the time. And I'd be like, you guys need to stop. Right? That's so bad for you. Da, da, da. Then we went to the cable store and the guy was like, oh, yeah, they got different flavors. And da, da. I was like, oh, really? Okay, let me try it. Because and then I just started drinking them every day. Never really more than one a day. A couple times I've had two in a
You
day, but
put two fingers
I need
up
to
and
cut it
said,
out.
never really more than one a day.
Yeah, because I was thinking when have I had two? That was my mind thinking faster then. But yeah, a couple times I've had two a day. But then I just stopped. Like lately, it's been like here and there when I go to Leslie's house because she keeps them in the refrigerator for me because she's so
Hey.
gracious. But but yeah, I don't want to be hypocritical, right? So I need, to start writing down my accountability and being more accountable to myself.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that is
I
nice.
have this health journal and I didn't bring it
Telling
today,
on
but I showed it to
ourselves.
Leslie the other day. But it has like you write down and it has it spelled out like how much water you drink a day, what do your meals look like, and then it has some healthy meal options or choice menu. Yeah, like a little recipe at the bottom of the page, and then it have gratitude in there. What am I grateful for today? And it can be anything. It doesn't have to be health related, but it is a health journal.
Mm.
So, and I bought it like in 2023, and I used 2 pages of it. And recently, I pulled it out and was like, "No, you got to be more accountable." You know.
Yeah. I love me some potato chips, I'm not gonna lie. But that made me think of your health journal. Makes me think of this little cookbook that I have, and it's a cookbook that you know how we like say a pasta, cheesy pasta, or we like Philadelphia steak sandwiches or something like that. Like it's a cookbook that's called Cook This, Not That. And
Oh, I
so
like
it
that.
gives you all of these different delicious meals that we like to partake in, but it gives you the a significant way to cut the calories by using some alternative things. And I really like it a lot. And so you can still enjoy those things you like, but you're not, you know, clogging your arteries while doing it, or you know what I mean? Like all the
Yeah.
different things that come along with overindulging in certain things. So, um yeah, I need to start cooking more stuff in there, and I like veggies anyway, so I always will throw a bunch of vegetables with some fish or some chicken or turkey, and I'm satisfied. I just think it's good, great. But
I've
yeah.
been following this lady on I don't know, is it TikTok or Facebook or something. But anyway, she has y'all, sorry about that. Anyway, she hasn't eaten, or her claim is that she hasn't eaten cooked foods in over 13 years. But she's
What?
got a little baby. She be in there with her fruit and vegetables. She juices a lot. She's on a raw food diet, but not like, I
Mm,
mean, not like raw meat or anything, but mostly like fruit and vegetables. And she makes her little salad dressings and stuff like
mm.
that, just from natural foods and everything. And her skin is just as healthy and glowing, and that baby skin is just glowing. But yeah,
Wow.
I'll have to find her name, and then
Mm,
I'll let you know. But yeah, she be out there doing the things. She has little short videos, and then she'll explain to you too why certain things are not good for you, you know.
mm,
So I don't know, like maybe olive oil as opposed to something else, and that might be good for whatever she'll tell you.
yeah.
But her little healthy skin, she be glowing out there.
Well,
And I love
that's
it.
good. I would like to know what her name is when you find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look her up. Let me see if I can find her while we're talking, because she be out there doing the thing.
So I have a question.
Hmm.
So because you're a caretaker, Lynn, of two people right now at this point in time in your life, do you have like today, or have you in the past had any feelings of resentment that come from that? Especially with us talking about doing more for ourselves so that once we get to a certain age, say, or some things happen in our lives that we is out of our control, of course, but does it and has it, caused you to have some feelings of resentment for having to, you know,
I
be
don't,
the one?
um, let me see. I wouldn't say resentment. There are times when I get frustrated
Mm-hmm.
when the folks that I'm caring for don't do what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my mom, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
our plant, we had a health plan or a walking plan, right?
Right.
And so I get frustrated when I'm there And I'm like, okay, today we're supposed to walk to the end of the gate or something. And then she's like, well, no, I don't feel like doing that today, or I don't want to do that. But I'm like, but the last three times you didn't do that.
Mm.
Right. So I get frustrated. Or like with my husband, I'm like, okay, you're supposed to be exercising or walking or something, every day. But then you're complaining that you don't feel well because you didn't do the things that you're supposed to do. And yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable when you first start, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I get frustrated, but not resentment. Um, and this is part of the gratitude journal, right? Because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful that I'm in a space to be able to help take care of you, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But there are times when it's frustrating,
Yeah.
to care. I get frustrated with myself too. When I
Mm.
promise myself this week I'm gonna do 5 workouts and I do 1 2 minute plank and I'm like, okay, that's it for the rest of the week. I'm sore. You know what I mean? But I get frustrated because then I recall and I be like, well, what was I doing during that time that I could have done
Right.
the thing that I said I was gonna do? And one of my mentors, um, Darnell Self, talks about how does he put it? Commitment is doing the thing that you said you were going to do long after the feeling you said it in is gone,
That's
right?
good.
I'm like, okay. So I have to
Yeah.
keep remembering, like, if you're going to commit, commit, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's some things that I don't even speak out loud
Mhm.
because I'm like, I don't even think I'm gonna do it. It sounds good, but I ain't gonna speak that out loud because I know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I gotta stop. I gotta get back into the mindset that I had when I was doing
Hell
those
no.
3-year workouts.
Right.
Because I
Mm.
felt good. I
And
felt
and the only way
good.
you can really do that is something that, if your life is in such a way where there's something that always coming into it that's taking the place of things that you would ordinarily do for yourself because you
Mm.
got something new that's developed. And how do you place that? What do you do to do that or not do that or do that and have time for what you have assigned for yourself?
Mhm. I
How do
think
you do
you
that?
gotta, yeah, I think you just have to make time. Like, since Princess has been back, you guys know Princess is my middle daughter, but
Mm.
since she's moved back in, she's so deliberate about eating in the morning, um, eating throughout the day, like plans her meals and things like that, and plans her workouts and, makes adjustments. So if she has a class or a training or something like that, to work out, I'm still going to work out this day. I'm just going to have to do it later or I'm going to have to go earlier. And she's so deliberate about that. That has really been inspiring me.
Mm.
But I look at her and how active she is, and I think if something happened to me, I wouldn't want her to stop what she's doing for herself to care for me,
Right.
right? If if I can avoid some of the things, right? So I know that means like cutting down on my sugar, eating healthier, making better choices. You know what I mean? So that
Mm-hmm.
the care won't fall on her or my other kids because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do what I was supposed to. That makes sense. But I'm so
Yeah.
inspired by her. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went
It
to a
make
little
me think
Zumba
of
class.
like when we were talking about our self-care and stuff like that. And I was saying that a part of my self-care was turn at night when I know I'm ready to shut it down. A part of my self-care was turning off my ringer or putting my phone on do not disturb so that during the night or early in the morning I'm not hearing my phone dinging or ringing,
Yeah.
and when I go to this little gym part in my apartment and do my workouts after work, I come home from work, I put my little exercise clothes on, and when I go in there for that hour, I just don't answer my phone. I just be listening to my music and just be in my zone and I be getting it, girl. For real. And it's like,
So
I don't
Leslie,
care
get it?
who's
Yeah,
texting or whatever. Like, I literally have my headphones up,
You don't
and
care
it's
who.
like, this is my time. This is my time to show up for me. And it's hard sometimes, but you know, I just be trying to tell myself, like, if you don't answer a text right away, or if you take an hour or whatever to respond, it's not the end of the world, you know?
yeah.
It's just not.
And that's
And
one thing
I
too that
just,
I've been trying to do that's a healthier option is to not be so tethered to my phone.
yeah, yeah.
Because that tethering, it could pull on you too and keep you from doing like reading your 10 pages of a good book every day or
Mm-hmm.
listening to 15 minutes of good audio. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
take your mental health because inevitably somebody gonna call your phone and be like something that don't have nothing to do with you, you know?
Right.
And what are you gonna do? Keep on answering for everybody else and cut your work out because
Yeah.
somebody else needs you? Like not making other people's emergency your urgency,
Mm,
you know?
mm,
So yeah, that's huge, you know? And I think that it's something that we just need to remind ourselves that I can do, even if it's setting yourself up for, um, 1,000 steps a day
mm.
or, you know, 10,000 steps a day, whatever. You know what I mean? If you're sitting on your couch all day and you haven't even set yourself up for 500 steps a day, then maybe maybe that's a goal for
Right.
now, right? Maybe you can't drink, a gallon of water, but maybe you could drink a couple glasses of water a day, right? Um,
Yeah.
just little things. Like for me, it's decluttering because I get so stressed when things are cluttered. And right
Mm,
now, my house is cluttered,
mm,
right? Because I got stuff and I'm waiting for them to
mm.
come and do my floors and you know what I mean? But every time I walk in, it's like so creating a um a Zen space,
Mm,
even if it's just a little bit of space so that your mental can be right, you know?
mhm,
Because when you got stuff like that going on, it's hard to even think about, your goals or your aspirations or your, other health goals because all you see is what you see in front of you.
mm.
So I think
Yeah.
that's important as well. I don't know, y'all. This lady's name is, it's called Raw and Radiant.
Mm.
And this is well, I don't know, this
Oh,
one.
we can't. Oh, her skin is nice.
She be glowing. But it's called
Yeah.
Raw and Radiant and I found her on Facebook and I just follow. She be
Mm,
having little, 30-second clips or whatever and she always got something. And then I guess she has some classes that you can take too for her, but
mm.
she even has her babies, or daughter. I don't know how many kids she has, but yeah, she be out here being out here. I'm telling you.
I was following this one lady. Her name, I want to say she's African, but maybe she's not. Maybe she's like, um, I don't know, East Indian or Indian. But she talks about like a lot of different things, like eating blueberries and walnuts together and how much they that can help you, and the benefits of ginger and just a lot of natural things that we have available to us but we don't use. So yeah.
Are you guys interested in going to pick some blueberries at the blueberry farm this spring, summer?
Yeah, yeah.
They have a blueberry farm out here, um, in Puyallup somewhere. I haven't been there, but you can go and you can, pick your own blueberries and stuff. I told myself I ain't never gonna pick another strawberry because being in them strawberry fields was, something
What's wrong with
at
the
age
strawberries?
11.
Picking strawberries?
No, I just was there for like the summers, for I think I was like 10, 11, 12. picking strawberries
Uh-huh.
early in the morning. The bus
Oh,
would
no,
we would catch the bus, and then this other bus would take us or something.
Uh-huh.
I think on a truck or something. And
This
I don't
lady's
want to
name is
relive that.
Mother Satori.
Mother Satori.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, I
So,
think
so we're talking about strawberry picking. And
blueberry picking.
no, 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 no.
I told her I wasn't gonna go to no back to strawberry fields.
She was 11 years old when and
I might have been
for a
younger
while
than
every
that.
year I went strawberry picking.
Mm.
And actually that was something that I had a part of my life and I did and I look forward to it. But everybody has their own purposes of what motivates them in their life. So but when I now blueberries, I have never ever uh picked blueberries, never done anything like
Mhm.
like that. But um if it was something that piqued my interest, it's just
Where
like it's
where are
nice. And
they?
Well,
she was
there's
telling
one out in Puyallup somewhere.
she was
The
telling
one
one down
with
in
the
Puyallup. My strawberries, cause when you pick a strawberry, they are definitely close to the ground.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You know what? Believe it or not, girl, we was growing a bunch of strawberries in the place.
Yeah.
And Miss
Oh
Helen's
yeah, you
right.
told us that
They're
before.
and I have my own garden and all
uh-huh,
that, but we have so much stuff. Like the horticulture program was amazing, but them strawberries are on the ground.
on
So
the ground. So
yeah,
you definitely been and thinking and then
yeah,
moving around. Yes, yes.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
We grow,
so
I
when
have some strawberries in my backyard. We grow, and mine grow like small sevens grow big. Like I don't
Mhm.
know what she be doing, but she'd also be out there talking to her strawberries and oh my gosh, you're doing so good. Da, da, da. But
Yeah.
I remember when my oldest daughter was here and her ex-husband, they had a lot of stuff growing in our backyard. And I remember
Mhm.
one time the kids came and they was like, "We're hungry." And she was like, "You hungry? You better go outside and pick you a snack." And let me tell you, the kids went right on outside and started picking them, what do you call them things? Sugar snap peas. And they were
Uh-huh.
big and juicy, and they was out there eating them sugar snap
Why were
peas
you
and
trying to find
strawberries. And
this?
Leslie, we can hear you. Um,
Oh, I'm sorry.
you just gotta mute it. But yeah, shoot, they had them kids out there doing, like
Uh-huh.
picking
So
their snack to eat because she was like, "You hungry? You better go outside and pick you a snack." But I think that that's something that we've gotten away from too, right? Um, Not having enough space to have a huge garden like you want, but you can start in little planter
too
boxes
much
and things
concrete.
like that. So yeah, I want to get more into that too,
Yeah, yeah,
doing more planter boxes because right now the only why do I have strawberries, raspberries, and I have a sumac
the
tree, but I
berries.
haven't used the berries from that yet. Um,
Well,
Strawberries, I have mint for my teas. I mean, I have tea stuff, rosemary, that kind of stuff, but I don't have uh well, it's not time for the sugar snap peas, but this spring I'll plant some more sugar snaps.
let me say to you, listeners out there, this lady that's right next to me is a master in finding different herbs and plants to for healing purposes, for beauty purposes. She is amazing at she came over to my house and she looked at my yard and I'm not there. I'm thinking these are weeds I got to get rid of. And she told me, "Oh no, those could be used for healing." And so, I mean, you never know who God puts in your presence. And I have used a lot of her products for healing purposes that ordinarily I wouldn't have even thought of, and I would have used something some store bought things, and And truly, once she put her mind to the healing process, God works with her. And what she produces absolutely takes you there where you want to be, where you feel that it is something that's beneficial for you, your health, and everything else. She's amazing in that area.
Mm.
Thank you, Miss Helen. Thank you. I'm glad that you use stuff and that you like it because that makes
No, I
me
love it.
that makes me happy to know that, I've
Excuse me.
provided something that you could actually use,
Mhm.
you know.
Not only me, members of my family who have I have introduced her to, and she has worked. I went to Georgia one year, and I'm telling you, those mosquitoes was horrible. And she said, "Well, before you go to next year, I will fix you up this uh, paste." And shoot, I took that with me, and I'm telling you, we were in Alaska, and my daughter and I. Uh, Before we left the cruise ship, we put this all over us, and the people there had nets on to keep the mosquitoes from eating them up. And we
Mm.
were out there in Alaska, and we never put anything on, and it worked. So I got to
Mm.
share things with my listeners. Not just say it, but if something comes up I need to share with you, I'm telling that girl is
I
she
love
need to be
it.
patting.
You know, it's good for me because when y'all know, I think in formulas. Like
Mm.
I don't know why, but somebody might say something, I'll be like, oh, so that's a if then. So here's a formula, like such that happened, and this. I don't know. That's the kind of mind I think. So when I think of something like that, insect repellent was kind of just oh, I tried this from the store or from Avon, and that didn't work for me. So let me go down this rabbit hole and research. And then I found something that I thought would work. And I used it on myself and then my kids first. And then I have some testers kind of around the country that I send it to say, hey, try this, you know. And the first big um, test for me was when I went down to Alabama because them mosquitoes down there, they don't care. You can buy
Mm.
some from the store and they'd be like, new flavor, right?
Mm-mm.
But so when I used it down there and it worked. And then when I used it in Trinidad, I was like, okay, this is something that I can get with.
Yes, this girl, she's something else. She got some stuff called Stene. You gotta try it. I'm telling you, it
Oh,
will
yeah, my
beautify
goodness.
your skin. Uh-huh. I just have to, I want not only to give you some information that I planned, but just when I'm thinking of something that's going to help you or something that's going to make life better for my sisters, I'm going to let you know. Yes. And that is
Thank you,
that's
Helen.
what I should be doing, Auntie. Right? That's what we've
Yes,
been doing. I'm gonna make
Auntie
that.
Helen. Yes,
That's
Auntie
it.
Helen.
Just like Leslie here. Don't let her get to top ministering to you. She said,
Mm-mm.
"Well, on on the path to righteousness."
Man.
I do love that. I love that. Positivity goes a long way too in your journey,
Mhm.
right? Your health journey. And
Yeah.
Leslie stays so positive. I think I was
Oh my
telling you
God,
yesterday or the day
yes.
before that I'm so encouraged by,
Hmm.
just she'll send me a text and it'll be a long text about, just appreciation or
Where's my
whatever, you know
text?
what I mean? But that fills me,
Yeah, good.
you know what I mean? And sometimes
I
you're like,
know.
man, I didn't want to get out of bed today, but I got Leslie's text and I'm ready to get up and get at it, right? Because if
See
sometimes
there,
you do
Leslie, you hadn't
things
even
and
thought
Yeah.
about it.
yeah, because
People be
sometimes
making
you do
fun of
things
me
and you
too.
don't know how far it goes. Or Miss Helen, you
Right.
do the same thing. Sometimes you'll just be, I don't know what you be up at, no, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, but I'll get a text at whatever time that you're up, and that fills me up, right? And I'll be like, okay, well, today I can get up and I can live in this moment,
Yeah.
or getting on the prayer call and hearing all these other people's stories or the inspiration from that. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm filled by you ladies.
Wow.
And
I'm
feel
so
The
better.
glad
feelings
I'm
are
filled.
mutual.
We might take took a little minute to get back to you, but we were ready, Freddie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, this is Straight No Chaser. Hopefully you sat down, you learned just something. Hopefully you'll feed into us too. There are so many ways of taking care of ourselves. And so I hope that our listeners can really like comment and, help us,
Right.
encourage us with
Here.
some other ways to take care of ourselves physically, mentally, financially. We'll get into that later because wow.
Mm. Mhm.
um, but um, yeah, it's all roundabout. Come on back to the Straight No Chaser. Like, share, subscribe,
Mhm.
um,
Comment.
comment, engage. And if you have a subject that you think that we need to tackle, um, just remember that it's going to be Straight No Chaser. It's going to be raw and real. So,
Mm.
let us know that too.
Right.
Anything else y'all want to say to the people? Oh, with that, let me remind the people, April 4th, 2026, down at Delancey's on 3rd, we're going to have a Black Authors Appreciation.
Mm.
So come on out, sit down with the authors, listen to them. They present themselves or represent themselves to the public. And it's going to be a good time, as
Mhm.
always. Where are the people at? Where can we find you? What you got going on?
Well, I'm Leslie Montgomery. You can find me on Instagram under the number 1 million Brown BRWN girl. You could also hit me up on Facebook. Yeah. And my email address is lesleigh@gmail.com. Excuse me, MTG after the Leslie at gmail.com. So, yeah, anybody want any information, want to tap into a million brown girls and be encouraged, feel free to contact me.
Hello, my name is Ellen J. Kaya. We've been talking off and on right now. If you're looking at my business card there right behind me is www.helencollier.meow.com. That's my website. That's for all my books and all my different speaking engagements. You will find them there. And I look forward to hearing from you, seeing you, and know this, Auntie is always here. Find my podcast with my two soul sister mates, and
Mhm.
we will bring it to you straight. Thank
All
you.
right. Oh, yeah. And I'm at lynreese.com. Look Wednesday. It will be live with some of the healing salves and lotions and other products that Miss Helen was telling y'all about. So, with
Mhm.
that being said, all minds clear.
All mine's
This has
clear.
been Straight
All
No
minds
Chaser.
clear.
Okay.